Happy New Year, K-Man. Welcome to your first news headline for 2025.
Making headlines this morning, the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service stepped up its campaign against rising road collisions and fatalities. The month of December recorded 4 deaths on Cayman's roadways. In an odd twist, the first 2 accidents happened on December 7th and 8th, within less than 24 hours of each other. This scenario repeated itself with 2 more lives being lost on Boxing Day, less than 24 hours of each other as well. In a statement, the police confirmed they would increase traffic patrols and encouraged people to prioritize safe driving. The police identified the last victim as 32-year-old mother of 2 Ilse Scott Patterson. It was reported that the Honda Fit was traveling northbound along Esterly Tibbetts in the vicinity of Canal Point Drive when it left the roadway and subsequently caught fire. The RCIPS has expressed condolences to Ms. Patterson's family and is urging anyone with information about the collision to come forward. Witnesses can contact investigators directly at 924-1072. In other police news, a 56-year-old Boddentown resident was found deceased on Middle Road in Georgetown early Tuesday morning, prompting a police investigation. Emergency services responded to the scene at approximately 7:10 a.m. after reports of an unresponsive male on the roadside. Emergency medical services personnel found no signs of life, and a duty pathologist later pronounced the man dead at the scene. The Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, RCIPS, deployed detectives and crime scene investigators to process the location. The investigation is ongoing. Police are urging anyone with information about the incident to contact the Georgetown Police Station at 949-2222. Customers in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman will see their electricity bills increase next month as Island Energy Ltd. implements its first base rate adjustment in over 20 years. The utility provider announced a 5.6% base rate increase, effective January 1, 2025, following approval from the Utility Regulation and Competition Office, OVREG. The OVREG decision was made at a meeting on 10 December 2024.
Governor of the Cayman Islands, Jane Owen, has announced 2 recipients from the Cayman Islands in His Majesty the King's 2025 New Year Honors List. Loxley Banks, former director of broadcasting at Radio Cayman, has been awarded member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, MBE, for his contributions to broadcasting in the territory. Frances McInvey, head of music at John Gray High School, receives the British Empire Medal, BEM, in recognition of her service to music education. The awards recognize outstanding service to the Cayman Islands community, with both recipients making significant contributions in their respective fields.
The Cayman Islands government has gazetted sweeping changes to the National Conservation Act, proposing reforms to the Conservation Council's powers and establishing a new appeals tribunal. The bill's gazetting signals the government's intention to advance it when Parliament reconvenes in late January, despite the opposition's position that it won't support controversial legislation ahead of April's general election. The proposed amendments, published in the December 31, 2024 Legislation Gazette, would reduce the Council's membership from its current size to 12 members, including 4 non-voting public officers and 8 voting members appointed by the Cabinet. The National Trust must nominate 1 voting member. A key change is the creation of a Conservation Appeals Tribunal to hear appeals against Council decisions. The tribunal will consist of 7 members, a chairperson and representatives from each district including Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Decisions can be further appealed to Cabinet and then to the courts. The bill also modifies how government entities must handle Council recommendations. While these entities must consider Council recommendations regarding environmental impacts, they can proceed against the Council's advice if they provide justification. This represents a shift from the current framework. Another significant change affects the Environmental Protection Fund, transferring its management from the Council to Cabinet. The fund will continue to receive 100% of environmental protection fees collected from tourists and other conservation-related fees and fines.
In political news, Jewel Hides, a lifelong resident and advocate for the West Bay Central community, has officially declared her candidacy for the Cayman Islands general election, set for April 30th, 2025. As the first challenger to step forward against the incumbent, Kathy Ebanks Wilkes, Hydes brings a wealth of experience, a servant's heart, and a clear vision for her district. As Hydes embarks on her campaign journey, she offers a heartfelt promise to her constituents. Help is on the way. Good leadership is on the way. I'm stepping forward not out of ambition, but because I see the hurt, the struggles, and the neglect. The people of West Bay Central and all of the Cayman Islands deserve better, and I am here to bring that change. With her deep roots in the community, a proven track record of service, and a clear vision for the future, Jewel Hydes shares she is poised to bring a fresh perspective to the 2025 general election.
Now, turning to some regional news stories, a nearly island-wide blackout plunged Puerto Rico into darkness on New Year's Eve, leaving about 90% of almost 1.5 million customers without electricity. By late Tuesday night, more than 700,000 clients, including Puerto Rico's water and sewer company and 16 hospitals, had power back. Luma, the island's main power distributor, stated. The blackout prompted renewed calls to address the unincorporated U.S. territory's power issues, which have persisted since Hurricane Maria in 2017. The outage prompted responses from top officials, with President Joe Biden receiving briefings and Energy Secretary Granholm reaching out to Puerto Rico's governor. Trinidad and Tobago's prime minister authorized a state of emergency. So, on Monday morning, hours after a tragic massacre in Prisgarlands, Laventille, where 5 men were gunned down in an apartment, the killings are believed to be linked to ongoing gang warfare along the east-west corridor. President Christine Kangaloo officially declared the so based on the Prime Minister's advice, citing Section 8(2)(c) of the Constitution. According to a statement from the Ministry of Communications, the declaration came after the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, TPS, advised the National Security Council of heightened criminal activity, which endangers the public's safety. The latest emergency declaration comes as authorities struggle to contain gang-related violence that has persisted despite previous interventions. The 2014 SO, which was also implemented to address criminal activity, failed to permanently curb the rising crime rate that continues to plague the nation.
That wraps up your morning headlines for January 2nd, 2025. You can find these stories and more on CaymanMarlRoad.com and on our social media pages. Don't forget to join the CMR WhatsApp news channel for the latest news and traffic updates.
Breaking news alert this morning as a Jamaican drug boat arrived in East End. Exclusive CMR sources revealed that this drug boat was found with nobody on board and no drugs. The RCIPS helicopter is also up in the air, leading residents to believe that a drug man may now be on the loose in the area. Any suspicious activity or person should be reported to the authorities immediately